Hello, my name is Angel Beasley, and I will be speaking to you about what the ALCU was. What the ALCU is and how they were represented and portrayed in the movie American Violet. So, American Violet was a story about a woman named Dee who was a single mother, and she got caught in the wrong situation at the wrong time. She got caught in a drug bust and was charged and wrongfully convicted of a crime she did not commit. And she didn't have the legal representation she needed, nor was she able to advocate for herself just because she's a black woman. When we first open up the movie, the timestamp 15 minutes and 30 seconds, just 15 minutes in, it tells you the dynamic of the lifestyle that she was in, or just the society she lived in. The first timestamp that they said was they just rounded up all the black folks they could find, and that shows that they didn't even really figure out who did the crime. They just found whatever blackface they could to paint the picture they would like. That's why the ALCU was needed, and that's why the ALCU was inspired. They were inspired to advocate for inequalities and prove that black people could be innocent. ALCU had a black lawyer and a white lawyer, Sam and David, which showed that equality was possible. That they were both needed and both necessary. It showed who they are as people as well, and showed that in timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 45 seconds, we are here to fight for you no matter who you are. So if it was just a white lawyer were to show up for Dee, she wouldn't have took him as serious or thought he was there to help her because of the predicament she was already in with the officers or the judge or anybody else. So the fact that Sam was there made her feel more comfortable and just helped her open up more and made her more trusting to the ALCU. The ALCU as a whole was a very important group, and the Dee Roberts case showed them that they were definitely needed more than they thought they were. And it wasn't just with Dee Roberts' case. Multiple cases of unjust or inequality were happening in the judicial system, and there was nothing or no one doing anything to help or fix anything or change any of those problems. The story really touched me because I'm a black woman as well, and I feel as if even despite being a woman, anybody black could be in this predicament, in this scenario. If it was me, my cousins, my future kids, my father, my brother, anybody I know could be put in the same predicament and have to deal with the same injustice that Dee dealt with in the story. And ALCU is definitely necessary because who's going to fight for the black community if we can't fight for ourselves? So I feel like they did a great job representing themselves and representing Dee, and also helping as much as they could to advocate and do their job and prove their role and show that they're serious and prove their worth. Because Dee being pressed into a plea deal when there was no substantial evidence against her to even charge her, that wasn't just. And that could happen any day. That probably happens to this day in 2026. That's something that can happen. And this movie is a pretty old movie. And I really like that this was the movie that we were chose to watch and review because of the times of today that we live in, going on with the war with Trump and just everything around us. I feel like this was a great movie to put in front of us, to portray, to show us that the world can be just, and there is equality in the world, and we are equal, and there is a possibility, and there is always a chance to just have hope. And yes, thank you. I hope I did a great job explaining and explaining and portraying or representing what explaining and describing what ALCU is, and also explaining what the movie was to hope you understood that. Thank you.